right now. JoeCool winning some unexpected matchups yesterday, and Ravenking's just winning against Toad for the first time in his history.
Yeah, I was talking to him after. That's the first time I beat him since pre-COVID.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But he is going Ike. Wait, I just realized.
Yeah,
I lied.
that's interesting.
Wow.
And it is character first, so we are winding up on Smashville here. Could be beneficial for basically whoever's on stage. It really just makes the game a whole lot more volatile and a whole lot less neutral based.
Yeah, and I think the volatility is what he wants with Ike, because like as Joker, you might get a lot of hits and win neutral often, but you might not be finding those kills as quickly. And as we saw, like Revolver versus JoeCool, he was winning neutral a lot with Mithra, but he just couldn't get the stocks. He couldn't find them. And even when he's ledge trapping, he's taking like 30% from pellets, right?
Yeah.
Like I think the Ike is here just to close out stocks like at super early percents.
You're trying to just make the game plan more straightforward. You don't want to have to like burn more creative juice on Joker non-stop trying to figure out what the right option is just to potentially get your opponent to high percentage. But high percentage to low percentage of stock down for Ravenking.
Yeah, now here's the tough part where you're playing Ike against the zoner and you have a huge advantage to try and gain back. Like you're at a huge disadvantage. And this is like the worst case scenario against Villager because he's just gonna not interact with you. But that up he had a shield,
yeah.
Stronger than it was before, but not strong enough to kill Villager. This guy never dies. This creature lives way too long.
Okay, there you go. Maybe that's what we're looking for, right? You get those deep edge guards. It will take out, forward air will take out both balloons and still hit Villager, so I do understand, like, the inclination for that purpose. Oh my goodness, but then this is the situation that's scary. Quick Draw gets caught by the slingshots. I mean, you just have to fight your way through a gauntlet.
That coverage was insane by JoeCool as well. He knew immediately to cover the high up B and just kept it going. Almost found the F smash. But Ravenking still on ledge again. Wow, doesn't get grabbed. That Villager grab, a little slow.
Spot dodge. Yeah, down air will also eat the balloon and still hit Villager, but it's a lot safer for JoeCool to approach from the ledge, or from the edge, I should say, from below.
Yeah. It's always that funny scenario, though. If he hits the balloons, you gotta time your actual get up, because if you try and jump immediately, you just get exploded. But, oh, that Nair. Only got a forwarder out of it. Could have been a stock, potentially. But, oh my goodness. Sledge trap. What do we have? The Trump. So well spaced, actually. Kind of feinted it. Made it look like he was going to just do a landing aerial right on the ledge. But JoeCool finds a down smash anyways. Into an up smash to even up this game one. Got him.
Stock for this first game. Tapped him with that one.
The wood fell. I didn't know the wood had a hitbox as it fell off.
It does. It's super annoying.
That's so funny.
Because it comes out so rare that it's just like an inconsistent thing that you just always have to worry about. It's annoying.
Oh, that huge nair into down air. Percent is racking up. Oh, that's scary. If that had hit a balloon, that would have been crazy.
Just using the bowling balls here.
Yeah, trying to catch that roll in, but Ravenking knows to play a little patient there. Oh, gets sniped by the pottery.
Ooh. Starting to see why we chose Smashville here. I'm not sure exactly whose pick it was, but it does feel like Ravenking's going to benefit on this single middle platform a whole lot more than these side platforms.
Ooh, that hurts. Dash tag right on that Lloyd, kind of covering JoeCool from that super strong burst option. And now, how does he get back? Quick draw hitting through the ledge. Basically saving him there. It would have been dangerous. And the burst option again from the dash tag. Caught him running away back to ledge. Just a close game one, but well played by Ravenking. Put him on the board.
Very good choices here. If Ravenking's choosing to stick with Ike, which I believe that he may.
He will.
Based off of the fact that he just went straight into stage bans, from what we can tell on the cam.
Yeah.
I would imagine that he's, ideally still keeping a platform around. Does not want to have to deal with Villager on a flat stage where it's just constantly getting walled out, and making the center platforms the most attractive option.
Yeah, Ike loves these center platforms since the dawn of time, and now we're going to Smashville 2, which is, obviously, you left Smashville open as JoeCool, and then now you're like, maybe I want Smashville with more space.
Yeah, a little bit more space to work with, a little bit shorter ceilings, but otherwise fairly similar in terms of what both of these players' game plan is, except there's just a little bit more space to run away and to reset whenever you're both on stage. But I feel like neither of these characters have been on stage at the same time for most of the set so far.
Oh, it's been super back and forth, just ledge trap after ledge trap. It's kind of funny. Covering the high recovery again, and the umbrella is so good. Yeah, that is should be death. Such a good use of that tool. He loves that move. This is so strong. Wow.
Rising axe, but rolling in to avoid it. Ravenking was ready for it. But unfortunately, all that means is that JoeCool gets to turn around the momentum. Just scrambling at the edge. This has been the name of the entire set. I feel like there's been such little like center stage gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like especially that's kind of like, I think, a lot due to JoeCool's playstyle. He really likes to go just kind of from ledge to ledge. He knows that's just where he's the strongest, right?
Yeah.
Like, even now, oh my god, that F smash, still alive. Surprised.
Yeah, you set up the entire thing right there. The tree is going to grow and it's going to hit you, so you have to get up, and then the bowling ball is going to slap you, and if you do roll get up instead, then you know the end lag on the bowling ball is short enough. I mean, it just feels like a checkmate situation every time the Ravenking is off stage.
Yeah, I mean, JoeCool his coverage on his punishing is so good. Like even just earlier, using the dash attack and then following it up with the pellets and just getting a read on Ravenking's movement and his jumps and where he's going to be, just putting his pellets there every time and punishing them. Wow, that mash!
That was a hard mash. 130% and was still out in less than a second.
That's nuts. Another perfectly placed dash attack. I like the early up B. That up B seems tough for Villager to deal with if he doesn't get up fast enough.
Oh, the delayed the hurt box!
That's so funny.
Messed up JoeCool. It hit his own balloons.
It hit like from behind too, like the back swing, like the startup of the forward air. Take your girlfriend with you.
172%. Going real deep for it, trying to get a cheesy kill here because you don't want to spend the time racking up the damage against Villager for the one opening that you get every 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think he also tried to do like a little nair up B there earlier on the ledge just to close out the stock. And that is an option. That is a scary option.
Wow, caught him hanging a little bit too long. Slid in with the watering can, the down tilt takes the stock, and it's still a full clean stock up for JoeCool.
Yeah, I love the use of using Lloyd into the tree and blowing up on it. It's so funny. But now has Ravenking on ledge here. All the shield damage is super scary. Ugh.
Oh wow. The timing mix-up was right, but he just held it a little bit too long.
Yeah. Back hit of Nair. Gets him that back air, but not enough percent to close out a stock. I like the pressure he's putting on offstage. He started off by doing just down-airing the balloons every single time.
Right.
Now he's jumping off and jumping back, and
there
sometimes swinging and sometimes not. And that time, perfectly timed it, hit the balloon, delayed it a little bit, caught him slipping.
Yeah, read that option right there, but you are exactly right, Webb. That the mix-ups on the edge is what's allowed Ravenking to even make this stock deficit up. But this is what's been really annoying for Ravenking the entire set, is that JoeCool just keeps running away and then like walking themselves in with forward airs, with back airs.
Yeah, and especially like your ledge game has to be so good against Villager because he's going to do damage to you while you're ledge trapping, but he's going to be playing on ledge a lot, and so you're going to get a lot of opportunities to ledge trap. And so how you play it, and like if you can capitalize and not, you know, take too much damage or even lose your stock, can be the difference maker in the matchup. Wow, you went far off stage.
So it's so deep, and that could be to his demise. How do you get back in the driver's seat here? You can see JoeCool using all of that extra space that Hollow Bastion affords to back up and reset, and yeets him off
what a grab.
a skid turnaround pivot.
That was crazy. That was such well played too, because just before that scenario, he was using the platform perfectly to like throw Lloyd and then cover the high option with the platform, and then just had such a good read on how Ravenking was going to approach after that with the high jump in, just like, yeah, I'm just going to yoink and get out of here.
The turnaround animation looking like regular Animal Crossing, chasing a butterfly right there. Wound up catching it and throwing it away.
Dude, look, maybe it's the Smash 4 Bowser main in me, but I love pivot grabs. Pivot grabs are the most satisfying thing. When you just scoop someone from across stage,
oh yeah.
Like you do like a full 360 motion and just kill them off of it. It feels good.
Yeah, we get to see plenty of pivot grabbing in Chicago, you know, with having a premiere for Ninja here.
Ah, true, yeah.
Disgusting magnet hands on that pivot grab.
So strong. And now we're back on PS2, actually. Ravenking opting for the larger stage.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's possible that, you know, just idealizing, you know, a double platform stage here and going with what was available, but the longer stage setup does not feel like it inspires confidence. If Ravenking's like on the back foot here, JoeCool just gets to constantly back. Never mind.
I
was going to
but
say
what if he
JoeCool
just hits
gets
nair
back
at a
into
disadvantage?
reset.
Yeah, but what if I just nair you know what I mean?
Yeah. Showing the prowess of these up platform stage right here, how it benefits.
And a little bit, smaller ceiling. I think it's a smaller ceiling than Hollow Bastion.
No, Hollow Bastion's actually, if not smaller, the same size. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the taller ceilings I think are exclusively
Town.
Battlefield, Town,
Kalos.
and Kalos. That's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, that up B.
Oh my god. That's a minute in, and Ravenking is up 2 stocks. Is it really just the stage? What's happening?
I don't know, man. He's just finding everything, I think. Like, he hasn't actually gotten a lot of those big Nair confirms in the last game. Oh, you're dead. Goodbye.
Minute and 15 seconds on that game. Ravenking said, I get to pick the stage?
Dude.
All right, set a timer.
Disgusting. And the thing is, he hasn't been going for that at all, those up Bs. He's just been down air in the ledge. He's just been going off, coming back.
Well, he hasn't been at a stock advantage even once.
That's true. But
right?
even that second stock, he didn't even do like a suicide up. He
That's
just
true.
blew him up, which I thought he had to, but never mind. He just killed at 80. Mobby. Yeah, he looked like he pulled out some new stuff there. He also just hit all the Ike things. Like, he has not hit a lot of Nair confirms this whole game.
No.
Probably also, as you were saying, like, the game has not been playing much on stage.
Right.
It's been like at ledge, and you can't really get much there. But
we're starting to see why, right? Because JoeCool does not want to be on stage. JoeCool does not want to be in a situation where they are close together. Trying to always play, I mean, kind of like we were watching in a different mindset, kind of how we were watching last set, which was one of them wants to play set play, one of them wants to play a little bit more scrambly. And I wouldn't say that Ravenking wants to play more scrambly, but there's definitely a peak range where Ravenking always wants to be forcing JoeCool to make a choice.
And I think it's also kind of what we're seeing with the stage choices, where, like, the reason we're seeing smaller stages, less distance for the ledges.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be on stage. I want to be on the ledge. And wow, that's such a good downer, but doesn't find the follow-up. And up B didn't decide to do a suicide with it, but still an advantage here. Pop a balloon.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Oh, no!
It's for a different reason. Wouldn't have had enough helium to make it back anyways after those balloon pops, but I was surprised that he actually fell out of that.
Yeah.
A little bit too low, I guess, so it doesn't catch the falling hitbox.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like in that situation you also don't really need to tech anything, so a little bit of a misplay.
Yeah,
and
that's
ended up buffering the air dodge. But either way, trying to make something work here. Still close to getting, a kill. 94%, not too shabby. But now
JoeCool's starting to panic a little bit, right? Thought he missed the Nair, so he air dodges away and just gives up the entire advantage state. That doesn't bode well for the mentor.
No, not at all. I mean, especially, like, I feel like it's also just because you just got blown up the last game. Like, your stocks just disappeared. Now you're like, oh, yeah, I can just kind of kill me. Right. So every time you make a mistake, you got to be scrambling to not lose your stock for it. Even here, couldn't find anything. Great drift away from JoeCool. Trying to close out the stock. Oh, great shield on that dash attack. Might kill? Yeah, okay.
I was kind of surprised, honestly. It looked like that was livable, but still eating them back. Of course, Villager's back throw being one of the stronger ones in the game.
But now, still a bit of a mountain to climb, 85%. I mean, that's one Nair is your stock, basically. And, damn, dude, come on! I set it up! I set it up for you, man!
It was the worst hit of Nair that just sent JoeCool a little bit too far off. There was nothing guaranteed available.
Oh my god, okay. What if I up you again? Do it again. Uh-oh, huge opening here.
Jump, of course, was held. Ravenking missed back. No issues, and there's the Nair you were looking for, but the back air from the dead center of the stage, just a little too short to kill.
I was thinking, I thought he might try and go for like a DI mix-up up air or something, but stopped it for the back air. Perfect DI from JoeCool. He's probably, looked like he's expecting it to, wow, that patience, able to poke through the shield right at the top. Super good pressure from Ravenking.
Catching the Barber hurt box.
Yeah, dude, the Olimar spot. Remember when Olimar had that? Does he still have that hole in his shield?
God, I hope.
True!
Sorry, Candle.
But now an advantage here, and I was up. Yep, okay. I was about to say any uppy here at ledge could be the game, and that's exactly what happens. Ravenking pulled out the funny stuff with Ike. Found the answers in those last couple games, and closed that out pretty convincingly.
Yeah, that was convincing is definitely the word there. And Ravenking is going to make it out, I want to say, the top seed now of this Gauntlet stage. So getting the favorable winner's side into the final bracket. And, of course, both of these players were guaranteed winner's side. In the final bracket, JoeCool is just going to be second seed against whoever is they're faced up against. I don't know exactly what the shuffle situation is from Gauntlet to Gauntlet, but It's good stuff. Deserved. Ravenking, again, on a tear, doing incredibly well.
Yeah.
Already higher than expected to be seeded for this final bracket. And I hope that we continue to see it. I love watching Ike, but moreover, I love watching top-level Joker.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
we just heard from production that Ice Knight is up 2-1 on Atata. So if you don't have the main screen open, come make sure you pop it open. But we actually have a guest.
I'm glad.
before
I'm
that.
happy about this. I'm glad we get to talk to you.
Hey, you got to see the Ike.
I got to see the Ike.
Dude.
I'm pleased.
It was so funny. We were talking earlier. And we were like, who do you think he's going to play? And I was like, man, I don't
shot
think he's going to
against
play Ike. I think that guy matchup sucks. And then you played Ike and you destroyed.
So
why?
Yeah, tell us why.
This is one of the few matches I think Ike does objectively better than Joker. Like, flat out. I think, like, Joker can still win, like, slightly, but that matchup is so annoying.
It's just mental fatigue.
Mental fatigue, and I can edge guard him, but he can make it tricky, and also, like, he can get me as tether, which is kind of a big deal as Joker. Like, if a character can get him tether Joker pretty well, and
I remember
points.
watching you against UKIT at Saturday City before, and that tether Joker. That's the reason why you pulled out Ike for that matchup,
Yeah,
too.
and that's also another matchup Ike that's better than the
Oh,
Joker.
yeah.
So it's like Ike just like kind of like clearly stomps because like any button he could do, I just stuff it. Edge guarding like solid and like less trap, and I can just do whatever I want. So
What do you think was the biggest struggle in like game 2 there?
honestly, it was just like he was abusing the Hall of Bastion platform and just throwing like the pots out everywhere.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was kind of like, let's not play that mini game anymore, even though I could win on that stage.
Was that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, was that your decision making for stage picks? You
Pretty,
just wanted to-
pretty much. Like there's in that match, I could be on any stage. So it's like it's not it's not a huge deal.
Right. What were your stage bans? I was curious.
So initially it was like FD Kalos, and then my third band was like I think like Battlefield, because like in case if he decides to be that guy, which I don't blame because this is a very stacked event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Makes
So,
sense.
I mean, that's great. You had an incredible win against Toad. I'm glad I got to watch your interview on that one. And then you followed it up with ending top seed in the Gauntlet.
Yeah,
So,
first seed in my,
hell
in my
yeah,
pool.
nice.
So
what are you feeling like? Do you know who you're facing in the final bracket?
well, it depends on how the other people do. So I don't know.
That's
But
exciting.
like I got my toe win. I feel like I'm on top of the world.
You're doing incredible. Your run has been awesome. I have a feeling we're going to continue to see it, which I'm happy about.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So bring it on, anyone. Like bring it on.
You hear it. You
Trust the
hear it
process.
here.
Exactly.
Trust the process. I love it. I'm excited to see more Ike, more Joker,
Yes.
just more of you in general.
Oh,
So
yeah, for
hey,
sure.
hey, the Ike got to play.
Yes,
I'm glad.
exactly.
I love watching the Ike.
Yeah.
It would be a big W here if you got to make your way to like Grands, having Ike been played like on your run. It would just feel so full circle. I don't know. I would love that.
They are both very important to me. So
Yeah. That's lovely.
they got to me where I am. So I value them so much.
Well, awesome job. Thank you for joining us here for the interview. I always love talking to you. I mean, you've been on, like, I feel like 5 or 6 interviews already. You've been doing so well. What else is there to say?
I only lost one match today. Was Ike in game 5.
That was tragic.
You gotta get
Tragic.
your run back now.
But hey, I got my run back out. One of the people I haven't beaten in years, so I'll take that.
Cross that one off the list.
Big W.
Yeah.
Big circle on Aiken now.
Who do you think, before you go, who do you think is going to be your biggest like stopgap in the rest of the bracket? You know, you don't know who you're facing, but who are you most worried about?
By process of elimination, like Ice Knight would be in conversation. Like it could go any point in the match, but he's definitely another player that like he's high on my list of like threat worries. But no number Toad, so
But you already got one.
Yeah.
What's to say you won't get another?
exactly.
Thank you so much, Ravenking. We appreciate you joining us.
Anytime, you guys.
Good luck in the rest of your bracket.